Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to stay warm during winter or staying warm during winter, okay? Um, if you know you're struggling with staying warm or you don't really have access to heating, what's the simple things you could do to just make your winter less depressing and more comfortable, okay? First thing that I would, and look, this is stuff that I say from my experience that I've done, living in the pretty cold environments, Like I've experienced some pretty chilly places, in this world. So I do have some experience on how to deal with this winter stuff. The first thing I would say is, and this is actually the best thing in my experience that works, is to stay warm during winter. One of the best natural ways to do so, without any heating or firewood or that stuff, is to consume tons of fats, uh, animal fats, things like butter, cheese, because fats is something that also helps keep your body warm. So you should really increase. I mean, at least this is what I did and still do today. If I'm in a cold area, that eat lots of fats. Butter, cheese, ghee, also, which is also considered an Ayurvedic medicine. So if you just increase your intake of fats, especially animal fats, you will. First of all, you won't feel as depressed due to the lack of sunshine. Second, is that you'll genuinely feel warm, in the inside of your body. Even if it's cold and windy, you will feel more bearable, as in you're not going to be like shivering and suffering from the cold, okay? Especially if you're on a ketogenic diet, which is high fat, low carb, no sugar, you will you'll notice the difference, from if you're from other diets in winter, because it will help you stay warmer. Now, a lot can be learned from the Eskimos, and the Native Americans in this regard, because in winter their diet was very similar. It was mostly ketogenic diet, meat based, animal fat based. So they also do the same thing. The Eskimos, they live in these Arctic regions, way north, somewhere near Norway or Greenland, and they follow something similar. They eat tons of animal fats, seal fat, whale fat, and I think a lot of some cheese, fish fat. So that helps them stay warm. Of course, look, you need to wear warm clothing. Everyone knows that, but this intake of fat stuff helps. It gives you a boost in winter. It also lowers your risk of depression and mental illness during winter because of the lack of the sunshine. You know. So yeah, this is, I think, the best thing to do, to make it through winter, is increase the intake of fats, especially animal fats. Now, what about vegans and vegetarians? Well, look, vegetarians, I think vegetarians can consume dairy products, right? I mean, last time I checked. So I guess they can just consume cheese, ghee, butter. Yeah, you'll be fine. Vegans, I don't know. I'm not such an expert on veganism, but I think you would have to then consume a lot of this plant-based fats like avocado oil, um, peanut oil, or some kind of cheese made out of these things, like almond butter, real, very rich plant-based fats. I think that would help vegans also in winter time. However, look, that is not something I can say from experience, because veganism is something I've never done. Look, I don't encourage it, I don't discourage it either. It's just something I haven't done. So I'm not really qualified to speak on that, even from someone that has experience with it, because I don't have any experience with that. Neither do I have experience with vegetarianism. One thing I can say, though, is the increase in animal fats does help you stay warmer during winter. So this is just one thing I thought was interesting to talk about. Other ways of staying warm, I guess it matters, how well can you access good quality clothing made out of wool, stuff like that. But this fats and nutrition stuff really plays a very, very significant role, a very important role, okay? So that's all I have for this topic. See you people later. Now, another thing that will help you stay warm in winter is, eating some spicy foods, okay? Spices in general is also very good uh, stuff to have in winter to increase the body heat or something like that. Garlic, onions, all these spices from India, Iran, and Africa, also Indonesian stuff, also Latin American stuff, Mexican stuff, jalapeno peppers, habanero peppers, garlic onions, I already said, the saffron, Iranian saffron, the red threads, also known as red gold. Also, ginger. Then, there's many herbs out there and spices. Turmeric. A lot of the Indian spices, like chili powder, red chili powder, green chilies. So when you eat these spices, that also kind of, I don't know what's effect it has, but it kind of warms up your body, and also sometimes makes you sweat. So that's also one way, I guess, you could make your winter more comfortable, is by just eating these spicy foods or taking advantage of them or adding them to your meals. I guess this would be one good substitute for vegans, because they can't consume the animal fats. They can rely on these spices, which are mostly plant-based, obviously. They don't come from animals. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. So yeah, there you have it.